Welcome to our kcse revision today. Kindly subscribe, click the notification bell such that you get notified once I upload a new video. Today we are looking at mathematics kcse revision question, and that is the algebraic expression. So we are starting with the kcse. The questions of Made Familiar, that is kcse 2013. In kcse 2013, we have 16m squared minus 9n squared. Then you divide by 4m squared minus mn minus 3n squared. So expand, the question is simplify the expression. So we are supposed to simplify this expression. So the question here, it is just simplify this expression. So how do you simplify this expression? So first of all, you can start with 6m squared minus 9n squared. So we have 6m squared, 16m squared minus 9n squared. This one is equivalent to what? So you find first of all a square root of 16. A square root of 16 is 4, and the square root of m squared is m. So this one here you will have 4m in this case here, because you will take the square root of 16, which is 4. A square root of m squared is just m. You minus a square root of 9 is 3, and then the square root of n squared is what? It is n. You close the bracket, you open another bracket, you write the same. Here we have 4m squared, 4m minus 3n. So we have this is 4m, but in this case you change the sign here. So we have this one as an addition as 3n. If you simplify, if you simplify this one, it will give us this answer. So 16m squared minus 9n squared is simply 4m minus 3n into bracket 4m minus 4m plus 3n. Another part now we have this is 4m squared, so we have 4m squared minus mn minus 3n squared. So this one here, we have first of all to get the product. Our product is equals to be, the coefficient of m squared is 4, the coefficient of n squared is negative 3. So you take 4 times negative 3, which is giving us negative 12. Then we have the sum is equivalent to, the sum is just negative. The coefficient of mn is just what? Is just 1, negative 1. So we have this one as negative 1. Now what are the factors? Two numbers that will give a product of negative 12, and the same numbers without interchanging them is giving us a sum of negative 1. So in this case we have the factors here. So you find the factors, and those factors is the factors in this case is equals to be the numbers which can give us a product of negative 12, and the sum of negative 1 is just negative 4. We have this one negative 4, and then we have 3. The negative 4 times 3 is giving us negative 12. Negative 4 plus 3 is giving us negative 1. So the factors here now we write this one as 4m, and in this case, then plus 3m, n. Now we can write this one here as 4m squared. So we write this one as 4m squared minus, so instead of writing now mn, we just replace by sum of this one here. So we have this is 4m n plus 3m n, and then finally you have minus what? Minus 3n squared in that case. So you can group this one into two groups, into two pairs like this one here. So you find out a common factor between 4m squared and 4m. So we factor out m, 4m, then we have m, this one here, minus in this case n, then plus. On this side we have, we can transform this one here as m minus n, and then now you find the prime factor, you find the common factor between 3mn minus 3n squared. So in this case here we have 3, here we have 3, then we have n and n, so we have this one as 3n. So we have this as 4m plus, in this case, 3n. Then we have, this is m minus, we have m minus n. So that is what we have. So from the 16m squared minus 9n squared, we have as 4m minus 3n into 4m plus 3n. From 4m squared minus mn minus 3n squared, we have 4m plus 3n minus 4, it is 4m plus 3n. Another bracket we have as 4m minus n. So if we combine the answers, we have, if we combine the answers, we can have, we have 4m minus 3n, this one here. Then we have 4m plus 3n. Then we divide by, we are dividing this one by 4m plus 3n. Then we have 4, no, we have, this is m minus n. So in this case we have, we have 4m plus 3n, and here we have 4m plus 3n. So you cancel this one will cancel out like that one. And then the final answer we have is equivalent to 4m minus 3n. You divide by m minus n. That is the simplification of this one here. So you have 16m squared minus 9n squared. Simply you find a square root of 16, which is 4. A square root of m squared is m. Then we have 9n squared. You just find the square root of 9, which is in this case 3, and the square root of n squared is just n. So you can have this one here, and then you write the same. In this side here, you normally change the sign. When you come to the lower part, we have 4m squared, then we minus mn, then minus 3n squared. In this case now, you should find the product whereby you take the coefficient of m squared times the coefficient of n squared. In this case, you will have 4 times 3, which is giving us negative 12. And then the sum, we have a coefficient of mn, which is in this case negative 1. So what are the factors? The factors here you will have is just negative 4 and 3, because negative 4 times 3 is giving us negative 12. And when you find the sum of these two numbers, it will just give us negative 1. Then that is how you can just simplify that expression. Let us look at another question. This one is a kcse. You get this as kcse 2013. This is kcse 2013. This is kcse 2013. So let us look at a similar question. That is kcse 2005. In kcse 2005, we have given that simplify the expression, and the expression is 9 t squared minus 25 a squared. Then this one you divide by 6t squared plus 19at plus 15a squared. How can you simplify this one here? You follow the same procedure, you follow the same method. First of all, you will have 9t squared minus 25a squared. This one is equivalent to, find the square root of 9, which is giving us 3. You find the square root of t squared, and then in this case you get t. You subtract. You find the square root of 25, which is giving us 25 here, which is giving us 5. The square root of 25 is 5. You find the square root of a squared, and in this case we have this one as a. You open another bracket, you write it the same, but in this case you change the sign to the positive. So you write this one as 3t plus, in this case, 5a. That is how you can simplify 9t squared minus 25a squared. That is, you get this one as 3t minus 5a. Another bracket we have 3t plus 5a. So we have another one here as 6t squared plus 19at plus, in this case, 15a squared. So how will you work out this? First of all, you get the product. The product in this case, you will take a coefficient of t squared, which is 6, times the coefficient of a squared, which is 15. So if you take 6 times 15, this one we get as 90. Then we have the sum. Sum is the coefficient of at, and the coefficient of at is just 19. So our sum is equivalent to P19. Now what are the factors? Factors in this case, you find the two numbers. When you find a product of the two numbers, it gives us 90. The same numbers, when you find the sum, you get 19. So this one is very clear from here. The factors is just 9 and 10. So our factors is 9, a, t, then plus this 10, a, t. Those are not the factors we have there. Because you will have 9at plus 10at is giving us 19at. Then you take 9 times 10 is giving us 90. So you write it here as 6t squared. Now, instead of writing 19at, you replace by a sum of 9at plus 10at. So in this case, you replace this one by this. So we plus 9at plus 10at, and then finally plus 15a squared. Once you do like that one now, you will group the expression into two pairs. So you group into two pairs like this, like that, like that. So we have the first pair where we have 16t squared plus 19at. What is the common factor? A number that can divide 6t squared, and that number will just divide 9at. So the factor here, in this case, you take number 3. 3 can divide here, this one as 6t squared, and then it can, number 3 can divide this one as to 2, 6 2 times, and then we have 9, and it can divide 3. So the common factor we have here is, it is 3. Then we have t squared, and then we have here t. So we have 3t, then we open a bracket there. So you have 3t squared. Some people don't know the number. Once they fact out 3t, which number can they put there? So just simply you take, if you need to get the number that you can put here, you just take this 6t squared, we divide it by this number. You divide it by 3t. In this case, what will you get? This one and this one will give us 2. Then we have t squared divided by t is giving us t. So you just put 2t here. Then plus, we have now, if you take 9at divided by 3t. So if you divide by this one by 3t, you have this one, we'll divide this one 3 times. then t will cancel with t, so you remain with 3a. So in this case here you have 3a like this. Then you plus again. You open on the other side, but before you find the common factor on this side, you just transfer this to t plus 3a. So you transfer here 2t plus 3a like this one. So we have 10at plus 15at. So here we have already 2t and we need here to have 10at. So we can have in this case 5a. 5a times 3a is giving us 15a squared. So we factor out, we have 3t, then plus 5a, that is this one and this one. Then we have 2t plus 3a, and here we have 2t plus 3a. We just take one because they are the same. So you can have here as 2t, then plus 3a. Now the final part is this one. What we have from 9t squared minus 25a squared is just 3t minus 5a. Then we have 3t plus 5a. Then what we have from 6t squared plus 19at plus 15a squared. So we divide this one by, we divide by 3t, this one here, plus 5a. Then we have 2t, then plus 3a. So what you can see here is that we have 3t plus 5a, and here we have 3t plus 5a. You just cancel them out. So if you cancel this, this one will cancel with this, and then our final answer will be 3t minus 5a. Then you divide by 2t plus 3a. That is a simple simplification of this expression, and this one is the final answer of that. Now, let us do the last part, the last question on the same. The last question on the same is on kcse 2001. So we have this kcse 2001, and what we have is 3t. It is 3x squared minus 4xy, then plus y squared. This one you divide by 9x squared minus y squared. So the question is simplify the expression. So to simplify this expression, you start with 3x squared minus 4xy, then plus y squared. In this case here, we must have to get the product in this case, which is equivalent to b, the coefficient of x squared times the coefficient of y squared. In this case here, the coefficient of y squared is just 1. So you just take 3 times 1, so we have this 3, and then we have the sum. Our sum is equals to p, the coefficient of xy, and the coefficient of xy is just, the coefficient of xy is 4. Now, what are the factors? The two numbers that will give us a product of 3, and the same numbers, when you add them, they will give us a sum of -4. Now, what are these numbers here in this case? In these numbers here now, you can take the numbers you can take here from, you can see here, the numbers which can give us a product of 3, and the same numbers when you add them, they will give us a sum of -4. Those numbers is just, you take -3, and in this case, -1. So if you take -1, -3 times -1, negative and a negative is a positive, so you will get a +3. And if you find the sum, you will have -3 plus -1. The answer is equivalent to -4. So our factors here now, we have the factors is equals to b minus 3xy minus 1xy. Now you can rewrite the numbers here. So we have 3x squared minus, so instead of writing negative 4xy, you replace by the sum of 3 negative 3xy minus 1xy. So in this case, you minus 3xy minus 1xy, and then finally plus y squared. What will you have now? You group the expression into two pairs. So you group into two pairs like that. You group like that. So we have 3x squared, and then we have 3xy. 3x is the common factor. It can divide 3x squared, and then it divides 3xy. So we can have this one as 3x. Then we have this is x minus y. Then minus, you can leave a small space here. You transfer x minus y here. So we have x minus y. Then you look at the common factor between xy and y squared, which is of course y. So this one will give us what? This one now is giving us, so you can have 3x minus y. So we have 3x minus y, and then we have this is x minus y like this. Then from this x is 9x squared minus y squared, so we have 9x squared minus y squared. This one is very simple because you will find the square root of 9, which is giving us 3. Then the square root of x squared is just x. Then minus the square root of y squared is just y. You open another bracket here. You write the same, but you change in this case the sign. So this sign will change from a negative to a positive. So you write this one as 3x plus y in this case. So what do we have from 3x squared minus 4x squared plus y? We have that one as 3x minus y. Then we have x minus y. We divide by what we have from 9x squared minus y squared, in this case, which is 3x minus y. Then we have 3x plus y in this case. So as you can see, we have 3x minus y, and here we have 3x minus y. So you can cancel that, you can get that. So we remain with x minus y. Then you divide by 3x plus y. That is how you can simplify the expression. So the main thing you can understand from here, where you are supposed to, this one here, 9x squared minus y squared, is very simple because you normally find the square root of those numbers. We have come to the end of our lesson. You kindly follow my channel. You click the notification bell. You get notified once I upload a new video. Thank you.